living like 20 minutes from me. So, I mean, it's so much fun. And Kyle is here.
Everybody's
and then,
here.
I mean, it's just Catherine, you know, with us. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So, but anyways, back to these boys.
Back to these boys.
The boys.
0-0-1. Here we go, Mr. Ben.
And Colin and Kyle, I don't think they have ever played together.
Yeah, so that kind of is the theme of the day. There's some teams that obviously have played together and some that, you know, this is their first time, so there might be a learning curve there.
Absolutely. I mean, Matt and Ben are such a good team.
It's pretty tough.
And they're going to play together quite a bit.
Through 2021?
They're playing for a while. I think they're playing PPAs together. And then Ben and Colin are playing some. And then actually the four here on the court are going to be playing together. So Matt and Kyle will play together when Ben and Colin are playing together.
That's the funny part. You know, you see a lot of these matchups and you're saying, well, man, everyone's so courteous and respectful, and they are. We're all professionals. But, you know, it's also because the guy on the other side is your partner. So...
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. And also, like, honestly, the world of pickleball is still very small. So we all know each other, and we spend a whole lot of time together.
As we all will see each other very soon in Newport Beach.
I mean, it's just, again, it's tough because you become close because, like, we all competing for money. But at the end of the day, we all have our ethics and morals, and
absolutely,
you know, you're not gonna be a jerk to your opponent.
No.
I just think like that's just the way we all are. The group of pickleball players are very, you know, great people. So
absolutely,
it's just, again, not very many professional sports where say good shot and, you know, compliment each other and apologize for a shot like that.
1-3-1.
Matt and Ben, yeah, this is tough. You know, the resets, the blocking, that's one thing that, I mean, we were talking about with you too. Your resets look phenomenal, and your drop shots are on point now, by the way.
Thanks.
And it looks great. And you've obviously been putting in a lot of work, and you look like you're just in shape. You know what I mean?
Coronavirus.
I'm telling you.
Well, you know, you know, we work so much. We're always teaching, always doing stuff, and you never find the time to take care of yourself. I'm not getting any younger. Quite the contrary. We all headed the other direction.
Yeah.
That's so good. So, yeah, so just have
good shot.
Nice shot,
That's
Colin.
great split.
Just kind of, I think a lot of people, I mean, Matt looks amazing. I think it's, you know, he's lost quite a bit of weight.
Yes, I said that as soon as I saw him.
Looks great. Catherine has been, you know, we've been working out. Catherine, myself, Athena, and my husband as well. He's down quite a few pounds.
Chad, really?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, anybody listening out there, we're starting a challenge tomorrow. 50 push-ups for 50 days. 50 push-ups a day for 50 days.
All right.
So.
Do I have to send you like video proof?
No,
okay.
It's just self-motivation. You know, but sometimes it's good if like we need it, and
absolutely.
We kind of like the four of us, you know, our family and Athena and Catherine, we kind of quarantine together, so we've been motivating each other to just work out, and I mean it's so much better for the mind because it's been tough. It's been tough for everybody.
Yes.
But if you stay active, I think like exercising is such a great therapy.
I agree. Completely agree.
That's the role.
That's tough.
If you want to learn how to do that shot, I have to do our own shutout.
Okay.
I just released. He's such a good. And I mean, Ben, honestly, you know, he's like. I don't know, he's like family, but he is such a good instructor too, and we just did a video, like we just released it. We did the video back at our tournament back in February, and we just released the back and roll.
Oh, cool.
Like the one that he just hit. Man, so good. And he's explaining, like...
The mechanics behind it,
right? Oh, gosh, yeah, so good.
Good exchange there. Colin comes out on that one.
Yeah, so when Colin plays on the right side, I've been doing a little bit of that, inspired on Colin. Shifts a little right, and then sits on the back end. It's a tough shot because he's able to, like, you know, then he gets on top of the ball and able to angle it down. Such a great shot.
Well, we were able to talk a little bit. You know, I just came from Baltimore. I was over there. And so Colin and I were talking about this matchup at the end. And he said, well, you know, I'm going to play the forehand side. I said, okay, cool. That's what he likes. And can kind of maneuver and flip.
He's good at it.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
He's really good at it. I think that he's very steady and he can counter well.
Yes.
So
very quick reload.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all these guys do. I mean,
yeah.
Matt's backhand is absolutely absurd. And, you know.
Ooh, that's so good.
And that one sailed in.
It's amazing. Well, sometimes you think like their balls, you know, when you see it, you think, oh, it's coming up, but they grab the ball with the paddle so well that the ball loses pace through the air and then just stays in like by a foot.
Just rolls right down. And that sound is Simone taking some hydration from her Jigsaw. It's fun to feel good. Thermos. Jigsaw, one of the sponsors here today, so they're obviously out and about.
Shout out to Patrick.
Absolutely, Patrick Sullivan.
Yeah. See, that's a much smarter spot there because he went more into the right hip versus into the left hip.
Right.
And he's able to jam him. Nice cover.
Now, obviously, they're kind of isolating Colin a little bit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the times what it is that when they go cross-court, like if they go in cross-court with Kyle, the attack, I think a lot of people sometimes don't understand why certain things happen. But if they're going cross-court with the dinks, the attacks are all coming straight ahead.
Right.
Because diagonally it sets up kind of a bit to get killed.
Absolutely.
But it's not that, you know, I teach a lot of that, and a lot of people don't get that pattern sometimes, so.
Yeah. Usually it's really interesting because I think I remember some of these things, and you start to look and you watch, and you're like, oh, if you attack cross-court, your partner's eating it, and you're, you know.
Last time, last reaction time.
That's it. Great hands, great exchange. Matt on the top of that one again. So when you have that, you've gone through a couple of exchanges, like Matt and Colin have gone through a couple of exchanges now, and now we're at 6-2-1, so obviously they're getting ahead of that. What needs to change? The adjustment needs to happen.
I mean, to me, is that, again, instead of trying to power through him, he needs to go, like, take a little pace off, and it's not like you're conceding the battle, but it's almost like, hey.
You're bypassing it?
You're like, well, it's like, okay, well, I need to, you know, what would you rather, hit the ball hard or win the rally?
Right. You know, there's people out there saying, I want to hit the ball hard.
Oh, I know. I like it too. I mean, it's fun, but it's much more fun to win. So.
Absolutely. 3-6-1 though, so these guys are still kind of hanging around, hanging in it. Couple net cord seems to be kind of a nice reset there.
There you go. Nice hand.
That's a great shot by Colin.
But you see, at that time, he was much smarter. He was blocking versus actually threw him off. He was ahead of him.
Yeah, and you do that so well with a lot of more almost resets off of people's drives versus, and then attacking when you get the right one.
Yeah, and that's, again, it's, yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not coming back. Not today.
Not, yeah, right.
Ooh, nice shots.
A nice little shake and bake there.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you see Kyle's really smart. He went to a really tough spot. A lot of people don't think about when you're hitting the ball hard.
Yes, we were talking about that earlier
that
today.
Right hip, you know, it's a tough spot.
Purpose and direction of the ball.
Absolutely. Much better than how hard you hit.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, all these 4 players can hit the ball hard. But it's
precision.
Is just where you're hitting, where are you going with the ball. That's kind of what matters the most. And I mean, 6-2. This is.
I know they made a big run real quick.
Oh, see, but that's again, Kyle was going for the forehand there.
Well, either trying to set himself up to come in and close, or for Colin as well on the block.
Correct. And well, and then that did, yeah. Oh, nice hands.
It's great patience. Kyle sitting on that one, kind of ready, backed off the line a little bit, expecting it. And 6-6-2. Great hands by Colin Johns there.
Such a good point. Oh.
And Colin got sucked down into the middle there a little bit.
You got it? Here. Hold on.
And Simone's still part of the game.
Yeah. Always participating.
Always participating.
I came to play.
7-6-2.
Oh.
And Colin just happy that one didn't nick the Prince hat.
Yes, exactly. Nice cover. Oh, no.
And there's that new partnership.
Exactly. Who takes it?
Who's coming back? Kyle might have thought Colin was coming back to that ball. So
yeah, and not honestly, like pickleball is funny because you go to the park and you play with so many different people, but when you're playing at this level, it's so much harder.
Right.
Because of the fact that it's a
Detail,
second.
yeah.
Well, it's a second decision.
It is.
And if you're not in sync with your partner, it's really hard.
Another great exchange, another great point happening.
Such good thinking. I'll think like that when I grow up.
You already do. Everything's nice and low. And as soon as I say it, probably the ball's going to go high. But
no, right now.
Right now, it's nice rolls.
Oh, he was going for his brother's head.
He was. Thanksgiving will be interesting.
It's okay. It's the little brother.
That's true. I think people forget that a lot.
That they are brothers?
Yeah, well, not that they're brothers, but, you know, that Colin's the older one.
Colin is the older one, yeah.
Right?
By actually 6 years. There's Hannah, who's here, who's been doing the interview. She's the second one.
Look at this eye formation. Nice eye formation by the boys there. Colin and Kyle, but they kind of had two. Great cover.
But, you know, that's what Kyle and Colin are probably two of the fastest players. I would put them, like, possibly, like, top 2, top 3
Right.
fastest players in the game. So, moves so well. But then you have Ben and Matt that take one step and then they're at the ball. They're just, like, so wide and big.
Scramblers versus...
I mean, these two are more steps, but quick.
Right. We have a really great first game going on here at the Underground in Fort Myers, Florida. Join with me, Simone Jargin, and I'm Johnny Pickleball. So we're having a good battle here. And another great drop.
Nice
and good setup. Now, Colin probably had to get used to, the Dura and the court coming off the clay.
I mean,
probably takes him about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and they hit yesterday when he got in, and a lot of these guys, I mean, Matt has a full-time job, but, I think Ben, now that we've been here, has been playing more.
Right.
But usually they are so busy that they don't play as much.
Just moving and hustling and going, and I mean, Ben's all over too, so.
Nice hands, nice get.
Maybe one too many attacks.
Shoot. Oh, it's right there.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
On it. 9-8. Two on the back end.
Which you're starting to see more of, I think, from all of these guys. Maybe not Matt so much, but
he didn't have it in tennis, so
yeah.
I actually, I'm not 100% sure, but we've talked about this, and I can't remember if he did or not. But Ben definitely starting to use it more. Colin has always used it for the volleys.
Yes.
Kyle's starting to use a little bit more. He had some great ones today.
He did. So I think it's really interesting, as we were talking about earlier, since everybody, we're starting to see who put in the work, who's developed some new shots, who has been practicing maybe shots that they were starting to practice, during this break. And so it's really interesting to see some of the new stuff people are coming out with today. Plus, you guys haven't seen each other for a while, so, yeah. Some of you guys. So.
I know. I've been looking forward to it, and it's weird because, we haven't really competed or been together since February, or some of them, I think, played in March. I didn't.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, I mean, time flew by. I can't believe it, where we are in the year.
Yeah, we're almost to August. Blink of an eye.
I know.
And speaking of blink of an eye, it's already, 9-10 here. There's that two-handed by Kyle.
And that's a two-handed by Colin.
And Colin kind of sitting on that ball a little bit. I think knowing where Ben was going to go. It's like they practiced together.
Like he knows his brother. 10-10-1. Wow. That was a clutch drop.
Let's see what Kyle has here. And Colin on that forehand side, just working it a little bit with Ben. So brother versus brother right now.
That's a great spot.
It is.
Right hip all day.
Kind of caught Colin on the inside a little bit.
10-10-1. 4:26. It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
Have you lost your voice yet?
No. Volume's pretty good. Acoustics are great in here, so not too bad.
It's funny when the ball hits pretty hard, like the sound that it makes.
It sounds like you guys are breaking
it. Or the refs are like, I think I've had a few heart attacks.
Yeah, Don and Peter are pretty funny.
I know. Oh, that's a
great spot.
That's the flicker. What a game.
And that's going to be 12-10. First game going to Ben and Matt. We're going to switch it up. Game 2 coming up.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time?
Every time.
got Colin and Deckel here, you know, the other Prince people, so.
Oh, yeah. Represent.
It is. I got, you know, while I was in Baltimore, I stayed with Colin, so he's showing me his paddle. It's really funny.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, right.
I'll be with Matt and Lucy in Wichita here pretty soon at Chicken and Pickle, so for about a week.
What a sight,
yeah,
huh? That's so cool. So cool.
And this is, again, our last match of the day. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Great lob, tweener.
I knew it.
Very nice.
Oh.
Such a showman, but a great setup for Matt, actually. Just because his tweener was like a perfect third shot. All right, 1-0-1, Matt to serve. Great ATP.
So how has it been? I guess we can't get, there's no feedback on this, so.
Yeah, I think everything's been pretty good. Everyone is really pleased with it.
Also, do we get a little bit of feedback, like the public out there, or is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure from what I know. I'll have to ask the Connor and Connor, obviously, that are in attendance, working their tails off.
Oh, I mean, honestly, they have been trying really hard.
They have. The PPA, well represented here today.
It's just amazing.
They're doing a great job.
And they're trying their best to get us, you know, playing in a safe and keep everybody safe. And
absolutely.
Ultimately, that's, you know, everybody's health. But it's, you know, we all being patient and waiting, and
we have.
So, but I sure hope this is a great exposure for our sport, and
absolutely.
That the feedback comes back, that it was, you know, we'll be able to watch it back and see and get a lot of new looks out there.
Yeah. And obviously with the PPA, with their tournaments coming up great around the post right now, and a great put away by Kyle. But with the PPA coming up, oh, what's that? Did you get other side? Ball just keeps coming over. Watch your head.
Yeah.
So, but with the PPA happening right now, obviously with their tournaments, we have Newport Beach coming up.
Yep.
And we'll all be there. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and just to make sure that people understand that, you know, we are, the pros are the only ones going,
right.
And there will be no, really no public, and you know, for us, we're gonna do our best to keep our distance and. You know, I mean, it's hard with your partners.
Correct.
But that's the part that I know, like, for me, I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do when I come back. Like, that decision, like, do I have to, because usually, you don't really want to get tested right away. And so, because, you know, I have a family, and I also have so many people that I come in close contact with because I teach. And I definitely, the last thing that I want is, you know, and that's goes for everybody. But you know, I think we all trying our best to do our part and, you know, look out for one another.
And like you said, I mean, this is a very tight-knit group. We all know each other. This isn't, you know, it's.
And I get it, you know, like, I mean, to me, it could go either way. I want to support it because I can see how they've been so excited about starting the first year, and they want to make sure that it's successful. And we've just been really unlucky, unfortunately, you know. So that's kind of where I think they are. It's a really tough place to be because they got people excited, they got the sponsors excited, and then this happens, and so it's just really unfortunate, I think. And I think they're doing their best, and I hope people understand that they're like really looking out for, you know, a lot of the times money when it comes to tournaments comes from entry fees. And they are giving away that in a way, you know.
In order to have it, right?
In order to have it and really relying on sponsorship money. So,
wow.
It's a huge commitment.
It is. We have some great points going on. Great exchange. And a little ambitious on the last one, but still good point. And Patrick Sullivan just said, Johnny Pickleball lose his voice. How is that possible? Kyle looking for an Ernie. Maybe just to make Ben think about it for a second.
Wow.
There's been a lot of net rolls today, too. I will say that.
And, you know, it's a little dead when it happens.
Yeah.
It stays really close to the net.
I mean, you had one in the last match that just crawled over at the end, and it was towards the end, too, I believe.
But they did have, like, the Waters did have a bunch of, like, I feel like poor Lucy had, like, at least 3 in a row. And it just totally throws you off. I know people probably look at it and it's like, oh, it's got to be so easy. But it throws off your timing.
Everything.
So close.
Even your eyes.
It's just like, yeah, it's tough. Oh, nice.
That's a good roll by Colin.
Nice spot, the left foot. Pulled him wide and then went to the left foot. So a little fun fact, the boys used to practice when they were little, and we were talking about it just last night, that Colin used to give Ben donut. That was the incentive.
The donuts?
Well, the incentive was to, like, for them to practice, for Ben to go out and practice with Colin, he would give him donuts.
Oh, wow. Nice Great hands. Yeah, we were talking about that Ben
loves
eat about
donuts.
half a dozen donuts.
But that's how Colin got him to go out to hit with him. And oftentimes
that's why Ben looks so slim now. They're not around each other right now, right?
Nope, no donuts.
Not that he ever wasn't slim.
No, it's just that he also has been here in the humidity and no. I mean, this.
Yeah, I think Colin said he actually went to trackside. I think in Bonita when he lived there every day.
That's
the staple, right?
That is their spot. They were talking about it. They all. Yeah, nice.
Oh, some great hands there by Matt. Lead by Colin. That one went in, though. It happens.
5, 2, 1.
Matt giving you a little look over here, Simone.
Oh, I'm used to it. That's okay. I get a lot of looks from him.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm on the other side. And
that's right, I'm sure.
I get some lucky shots, and just...
We all know about the Matt Wright stare down anyway. I mean, that's a thing.
I love it.
It's a thing.
I love it. It's my favorite. Oh, nice. Nice spot, Kyle.
And Kyle's playing really well. I mean, even all day. Very well.
I played with him. We had a great match. And, yeah, it's really good. Oh, nice jab. Oh, tough. Wow.
That's a great roll. Curl the ball in.
Matthew Wright.
Matthew Wright, full name.
I gotta go for the. I actually don't know his middle name.
Me either.
That was pretty amazing.
there's the look from Matt over to Simone.
It's okay. This is hitting winner.
He is. I think he caught his groove today.
Nice shot again. So yeah, so they, I mean, if people watching out there and they, because again, teaching.
Yes.
They gotta understand that these guys, they do certain things for a reason. So
right.
You'll see a lot of resets, a lot of like counter punches, backhand. And a lot of people try to run away from their backhand to hit forehands. And that's when they get jammed.
True.
The reason.
Little alligator arms.
Yeah. The reason why you see that has a lot. But that rally right there had a ton of backhands.
Yes, it did.
And you know, and again, the more we teach, the more we become aware of people's tendencies. And you know, yes, it is fun to attack with the forehand, but sometimes you have to be willing to defend or counter with the backhand. See, that's a counter with the backhand. It's just, it's
right.
Much shorter swing, and I think that's. Oh, Matt.
Matt's got to look at Simone between every single point right now.
It's okay. He needs a confidence builder. I need to go like. Such a jerk.
10-1. Now, these points have been phenomenal. I know the score is what it is, but the points have been absolutely phenomenal.
Such good defense. Oh, he was swinging before the ball even came. Great.
I mean, such a phenomenal team, you know, who's going to challenge them, Ben and Matt, as we go forward into tournaments as they open up?
You know, it's hard because I think that especially because they're playing, the more they play, the better they play.
Right.
Because again, you know, they are very good and very good together. I just think that they fill so much court, and that's so important in this game. That's it.
And that's going to be the game, 11-2. So 12-10, 11-2. So, man, that's going to do it for us. And actually, I'm not going to...
Go again, until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Until you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
We represent NFL players after they're done. Our slogan is life after the game. We're out here, this is not about us finding the next NFL player, but making sure that we are encouraging young people to make sure that they're moving, making sure they're active.
So I think it's important that they get introduced to guys that are actually doing it at an early age to help motivate them in life.
I've tried a lot of other products, plenty of electrolyte mixes. They either contain some sort of sugar in them or something to give you a boost for a little while, but eventually it runs out.
Jigsaw products help me stay competitive. They help me stay energized.
It's helped me become a better player.
Jigsaw helps me recover faster.
I think all of you need Jigsaw help in your life. And you know why?
It's fun to feel good.
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 It's fun to feel good. Cheers.
We're back in Margaritaville with our last team. Guys, great job out there. It was a fun match to watch. You rolled through it pretty easily, but there were some really good points out there. How'd you guys feel?
Started off, Ben. Well, I think that first game was tight. They played well. They got to the net a lot, and there were some good points up at the kitchen line. Maybe played a little tighter than we expected in the first game, but after that, we really kind of loosened up, attacking well, moving well. I think partner communication was really good, switching when we needed to. But yeah, I think the game styles really complemented each other, and yeah, it rolled well. Yeah.
How's that for a summary?
I don't even need anything from you. All right, well, guys, do you think that tennis is a good background to transition over to pickleball, or what sports are good if somebody wants to move into pickleball, like a background?
I think most people, I mean, tennis is the most obvious. You develop those racket skills, you develop feel for the court. I think the biggest thing in tennis is you see the court better in pickleball. You can see it real well. The types of players that give us tennis players trouble sometimes would be more that ping pong badminton style where they have what we would think of as unorthodox. So that's a great background too, and they can wreak havoc on tennis players sometimes. Those are the three sports coming to mind for me.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, I'd say tennis and table tennis, but what's really cool about this sport is, like, you can have any background sport, you can have no background sport, and you can get to a good level and you can enjoy it. So maybe at our level, we see a lot of common denominators, but I've seen all types of players, all types of backgrounds, and that's really cool to me.
Yeah, actually, you do know, like, some people who have never picked up any kind of ball or paddle, any sport background at all, and they can come in and still be good players. It's pretty amazing. And let me ask you guys, do you prefer singles, mixed, or doubles? Hard question.
Singles is a no-go for me. You're asking the wrong person. So singles is like dead to me. I love playing with Lucy, obviously. I mean, that's a lot of fun. At least
she made you say that, right?
Yeah. No, I appreciate her putting up with me. Men's is fun too, probably because of the hands exchanges are a lot of fun. So they're fun just in very different ways. And I always have fun playing with this guy. I mean, who could argue with that?
For me, I just love the variety. I enjoy any given one at any given time, but I really like switching up between them. If I specialize in one, I'm sure I'd get bored of one, but since I get to play all three, they're always a little bit different, and that's what I really enjoy about the sport, all the variety.
Nice. Well, you guys look really competitive and tuned in out there. Are you as competitive in other sports that you play, or games, and other aspects of your life?
Yes.
That's a yes.
It depends. Sometimes, yes. If I'm playing against him in anything, obviously. But yeah, you know, it depends.
Well, with your brother on the other side of the court, that gives an added edge, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can feel that out there.
Years of beatings. Years of beatings. I get all my revenge.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, you're our last match of the day. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Margaritaville, PPA. I'm forgetting a lot, but all of you out there who made this event possible. We couldn't do it without you. We saw some amazing pickleball today. We want to thank everyone who tuned into our broadcast. You're amazing. We love you. Pickleball world. All right, and Margaritaville.
There you go.
Drink up.
Onyx and Jigsaw, my sponsors. Couldn't do it without them.
Thank you to mine. Franklin, Jigsaw, it's fun to feel good, and Fila.
Very nice. Okay, thank you.